Welcome back, boys and girls. Today we'll be looking at the topic of factors and how we find factors of a given number. Before we begin, let's look at a definition for factors. A factor is a number that can divide another number evenly. That simply means it's a number that can divide another number without leaving a remainder. I'm going to show you a simple strategy that we can use to find factors of different numbers. The first number we're going to be working with is the number 15. And I normally use this technique. You put 15 at both ends of your line. Now, the first factor of a number is always 1. And of course, the next factor of a number is itself. And if you check carefully, you will observe that 15 multiplied by 1 is 15. So 15 and 1 go together. And in most cases, it's the similar thing will apply. So the next factor of 15 is 3. And if I could ask my very intelligent boys and girls, what do you multiply 3 by to get 15? For those of you who are not so versed with tables or multiplication, you could go to your multiplication tables and you realize that in your 3 times table, that 3 times 5 gives you 15, which means 5 is another factor and 5 matches with 3. Now, the only number left between 3 and 5 is 4, and 4 is not a factor of 15, because if you divide 15 by 4, the remainder is going to be 3. So the factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15. 4 factors. Good. Let's go to another one. Let's look at the number 24. So of course, as I told you before, put the 24 at both ends. Put the 24 at both ends. Just like that. Then of course, as you would have learned previously, the first factor of a number is always 1. And the next factor is itself. And in this case, the number is 24. So we're at about 24. That should be very easy. Now, 24 can also be divided by 2 evenly. And what do you multiply 2 by to get 24? Yes, you use the number 12. So 2 times 12 is 24. 12 is also a factor. The next factor of 24 would be 3. And what do you multiply 3 by to get 24? Yes, you multiply 3 times 8. So 8 is also a factor. If you're using your multiplication tables, you could go to your 4 times table and check if you find the number 24 as a multiple in your 4 times table. And if you did, you would know that 4 is also a factor of 24. And what do we multiply 4 by to get 24? The answer would be 6. So 6 is also a factor. Now in between 4 and 6, the only other number is 5. And if you try to use 5 as a factor of 24, you're going to realize that 5 divides into 24 4 times with a remainder of 4. And once there's a remainder, it is not a factor. So 24 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factors, boys and girls. Hope you're getting the gist of what we're doing. Now let's use another large number. Let's use a larger number now. Let's use the number 60. And of course, you put the 60 at both ends. Now, the first factor is always going to be 1. Very good. And with 1, the factor would be itself. And the number we're using is 60. So 1 goes with 60. Now, 2 can also divide 60. And 2 into 60 goes 30 times. So 2 pairs with 30. We'll proceed the trend. 3 can also divide into 60, and 3 into 60 goes 20 times. So 20 is our next factor. 4 can also go into 60, and 4 divided into 60, boys and girls, would be 15 times. 5 goes into 60 as well, and 5 multiplied by what gives us 60? Yes, 5 times 12. 6 also goes into 60. And of course, 6 goes with 10. 6 times 10 gives us 60. 7, if you try to divide 7 into 60, you're going to get a remainder. So, same thing for 8, same thing for 9. So, 60 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all of 12 factors, boys and girls. Now there are some special numbers now. For example, the number 13. Number 13. And if you try to find the factors of 13, you will realize the first factor of 13 as usual is 1. The next factor is 13. And if you experiment and explore, you're going to realize the numbers between 1 and 13, which are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All those will leave remainders if you try to divide them into 13. So the only factors of 13 are 1 and 13. And this is because 13 is a prime number. And all prime numbers will only have 2 factors. 1 and itself. As usual, I will be attaching an exercise for you to get some additional practice. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment asking your questions or making suggestions for whatever topic you would want me to cover for upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.